Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. Now today I'm fishing a spot that I've never fished before, right in the middle of the two Severn Bridges, but I'm on the English side. I did make a video down on Aust Beach last autumn, but yeah, as for this place, it's a brand new one. And look, I'd never usually come this far up the Bristol Channel this late into winter, but I'm blanking everywhere else, so why not? I got a day off work, it's a beautiful morning, what's not to like? As always, I'll give it my very best, and let's see what happens. It's a pleasure being here today, absolute pleasure. It's a beautiful part of the world, it's a beautiful day, and I can't grumble. Anyway, baits are in the water. On this left down rod, there's a 3-hook flapper rig, size 1 hooks. On the right down rod, there's a 4-row pattern panel, a bigger rig for bigger baits, just in case there's any late season congers about. Or an ice cod. I've also got the cheapy old boat rod, so in about 30-40 minutes time we'll have a scratch around with that. Small baits, small hooks, cast it nice and close, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I've got ragworm, lugworm, squid and mackerel. Yeah, I've cast those leads way upstream, just in case they do move. But so far, so good. Hear those skylarks in the background. What a beautiful sound. Good company too. Yeah, lots of this cord grass in front of me. I seem to be seeing more and more of this as the years go by. Now, when I was a kid, I remember the cord grass growing on the salt marsh itself, but nowadays it seems to be growing in the actual mud, in the bed of the estuary, if you like. You know, maybe that's my imagination, but one particular spot springs to mind, the West Usk Lighthouse B&B down at St Bride's. Now in front of that you've got like a mixture of sand, mud, gravel, etc. And there's some massive clumps of cord grass. It was never there years ago. And in actual fact, that particular spot is quite hard to fish now, because they do create some snaggy areas. So calm, so still. Alright, I can hear the traffic coming over both bridges, but the sound of those birds, yeah, it's pure therapy. It's what my fishing is all about nowadays. I don't think I'll get long fishing here, probably an hour and a half either side of high water. Of course, there are low water marks on the estuary, but I'm more of a flood man myself. Always have been. There we go, water. Pushing up lovely. Cheapy old boat rod, now in action. So at the moment, I've got 7 hooks in the water. Of course, back in the day, in terms of the estuary, or this part of the estuary, we'd always come here, say, late October up until mid-January for the codling. But as you know, things change. And I've come here today with the expectation of a tough session. But you never know. And you all know me by now. I do my own thing. I'm not one to follow the crowds. I'm not interested in reports, etc. I just do my own thing. So ultimately, I do what makes me happy. And I couldn't ask for better than this. Yeah, you see, that's the key in life. Not to worry what people think. I used to be quite bad for it. Not now, but I used to be. So when I first started my YouTube channel, I reckon I made 10 videos which I never uploaded because I cared too much what people would think. I didn't think those videos were good enough. But not anymore. I've grown out of that. Because, you know, it's wasted energy, worrying what others think. It holds so many people back in life. And it's pointless. I don't wish to sound morbid, but one day we're all going to end up in a box. So what people think is irrelevant. Yeah, so I'm pleased to say I don't think like that anymore. You know, I go into this, I do my best. Half of the time I'm up against a brick wall because, in my humble opinion, out there is dying a slow death. Well, it's like that in many parts of the country, isn't it? But you know, regardless of fish, when it comes to my filmmaking, I always give 100%. And imagine having an ego. Even worse. I mean, I've not got an ego. Why would I? Why would I have an ego? But imagine having an ego. The pressure that puts you under. Let that ego go. Free yourself. Free your soul. Yeah, that's the process of no longer caring what others think. It's not an easy journey, it's not an easy process. But if I can do it, you can too. I got a bite. Cheap your boat rod. Typical. I bring the camera down and it stops, but hopefully you heard the bell then. First bite of the session. Still there, guys. Let's take a look. I missed that one, but nice to have some action. Like I said, first bite, and hopefully we'll get a few more. Wonder what that was. Could have been a flounder, a codling, a late silver eel or a green eel, small conger possibly, who knows, but always nice to get your first bite, albeit I missed it. Now at the moment I'm working with the sun, hence why I've got the camera this side of the rods. It's one of the many factors that I have to take into consideration when making my films. Yeah, the past 3 years, it's been a massive learning curve. I think at the start, like a lot of people, I just assumed that I could turn up with a camera, a tripod, and make a video or a film. No, it doesn't work like that. In terms of the way I film, because of course, everyone's different, everyone has their own style. Like this is me, guys, I haven't copied anyone. Every element of my filming, it's me, it's what I do, and that's been the case from the start. But yeah, many different factors to consider, massive learning curve, like I said, working with the light, different camera angles, how to film the rod tips without too much glare, etc. And to be completely honest, I enjoy capturing the scenery and the water and the wildlife. That's the more enjoyable part. I don't enjoy filming the actual fishing, to tell the truth. Well, I don't enjoy it so much, put it that way. Because there are too many things out of my control. I can't control the fish, I can't control the tides, I can't control the weather, but I can control, or try to control, a nice shot or some nice footage. Put that a little bit further. So 2 rods close in, and this one at range, or range-ish. Yeah, my experience of sea angling, not that I'm an expert, but very often the fish can really close in to feed. Got a bit gloomy now, a bit grey, a bit overcast. How things can change. Welcome to Britain. Not too far off high water now. So far, just the one bite. As expected, it's been hard going. But I'll persevere, I'll keep plugging away. Yeah, after that first bite, I thought, hello, gonna get a few more, but that's not been the case. I think back at, yeah, my video at Aust Beach, and I was talking about the glory days, and yeah, the fish Dad and I used to catch down there, and of course on the Welsh side. Oh, I used to get stacks and stacks of flounders too. I mean, never mind the codling, yeah, we caught loads of those, but always caught a flatty, but I ain't caught a flounder for ages. Imagine if I get one now. I'd love to get a flounder. Well, to be honest, I love to get anything. Ebbing back now. Those weights moving ever so slightly, but it's not too bad. I got a 7-ounce gripper on each of these. That might seem a little bit heavy to some people, but I always like to use a 7 on the upper channel. Personal preference and all that. Yeah, talking of consecutive blanks, I've had is it 2 or 3 on the trot? I can't remember. But I was speaking to a fellow angler the other day, and he's a good angler. He's had 6 on the trot, and that made me feel a little bit better. So cheers, mate. Yeah, 6 blanks on the trot. I think last year, I had something like 5 or 6 on the trot at this time of year. But it's like I've said before, you know, when there is hard work, which it is at the moment, when a fish does turn up, it makes it even more exciting. More exciting than if you were catching fish every session. Well, I think so anyway. Yeah, I'll fish this back. I'll start to move. Bell, guys! That was a cracking bite, and also we got a slack liner. Yeah, I've just tightened that line just in case it's a flounder. Because if it is a flounder, you know, they can play with a bait for 5 or 10 minutes. But that was definitely a bite. Yeah, looks like that stopped. So obviously a quick snatch, off it went. I call it grab and go. Obviously, as that tide is turning now, the fish, well, the few fish that are out there are moving back down. But of course, what goes up must come down. And very often they're, you know, they're grabbing that last bit of food. But yeah, good bite. Good job I got that bell on there. That's because, well, I'm using that because I'm filming. and I can watch 3 rods at the same time and make a video. It's all good fun. Yeah, missed that one, but like I said, it was obviously swimming past, had a quick grab of the worm by the look of it, old ragworm, and that was that. Oh well, I've had 2 bites, it's better than nothing. But there's definitely life out there, because again, that was a decent bite. And that rig on the cheapy old boat rod is no more than 10 yards from the edge of that cold grass. So whatever they are, they're in really close. Could be flounder. Yeah, I'll fish it back now for a bit. I'll stand down on that cold grass. But of course, with the water, once it goes, it'll fly out. So yeah, a couple more casts, I reckon. We done it, guys. We beat the blank. Got a lovely flounder, cheapy old boat rod on ragworm tipped off a squid. It was a cracking bite. Unfortunately, I couldn't film the bite. The camera was turned off, but we got the fish, and that's the main thing. Here he is. Oops. Yeah, it's not a bad one, in fairness. Give some cracking rattles. Scraping through once again. Anyway, let's get him unhooked and let's pop him back in. He's gone, shot off like a rocket. Last cast now. I'm super chuffed with that flounder. I'm super chuffed. I was only saying earlier on, wouldn't it be great to see a flounder? And it came to the rescue. Yeah, as I thought, that water flying back. Yeah, this time I thought, I'm not going to switch the camera on and film that bite. I'm going to address it straight away and see what's there. And yeah, like I said, not a bad size in fairness. Nicely hooked too, you know, just in the lip, so it didn't take it down deep. And that's why I never use a hook smaller than a size 1, for that exact reason. But yeah, as you saw, he just went. A lot of strength. Flounders are very hardy. Yeah, made up with it. Made up with that. Yeah, we're about an hour and 20 off high water, past high water. Yeah, hence why this is the last cast. Oh, yeah, it's been a nice session, nice day out. Happy days. Right, I'm going to call it now, guys. Time to pack up. Look, it's been a thoroughly enjoyable day. Okay, the fishing was hard work, but we got there in the end with that lovely flounder. And I reckon those missed bites I had prior to that were also flounder. But look, who cares? We caught one. Yeah, lovely spot this. I'm definitely going to come back at some point. As for where I'm going to be next, you know me, I'll be on a patch of mud somewhere, or a patch of sand, or some rocks. You can't keep me away from the water for too long. As always, thanks very much for watching. It's mega appreciated. Any questions or comments you have, pop them below and I'll get back to you. Until the next one, look after yourselves, take care. All the best. Old bird's still going. Fair play, they've been on top form all day long.